informational. If you can't afford to retain a lawyer, since your lawyer that the number you gave us has not been retained yet, I told you I'll pay for it. If somebody over there that loves you wants to pay for it, great. That will make me happy. Everything is signed and ready to go. I don't want nothing. I'm not even asking for child support. My daughter's school, her babysitter, her nanny, her gymnastics, her swimming, her dancing, her healthcare, her all of that. I take care of it like I've always done. I don't need any.
I just like to express this one thing. All these girls be like, thank you to my man. And I want to say, to my hands, thank you to my hands. To my hands, thank you to my hands. Listen, for me knowing how to fight and me training hard, I make millions of dollars just from beating people up. So, to my hands, thank you to my hands. To my hands, thank you to my hands.
Y'all, it looks like Claressa Shields is finally snapping out of whatever fantasy storyline she built in her head about her and Papoose after he allegedly left her hanging and ultimately chose Remy Ma. For a while, Claressa and Papoose were everywhere, front and center, loud and proud, putting their relationship on full display. Claressa even went as far as telling the world that being with Papoose was basically a life hack, calling him the ultimate cheat code to life. But now, that so-called cheat code seems to have flipped the script and allegedly cheated her instead. Claressa is now publicly expressing hurt, saying that Papoose betrayed her, used her for money and clout, and played his role while he and Remy Ma were quietly trying to work things out behind the scenes. According to her, she was left emotional and blindsided once everything started to unravel. And that raises the real question here. Did Claressa truly not see this coming? Or is this more about spinning the narrative in a way that positions her as the victim once the situation blew up? Because looking back, the warning signs may have been there the entire time. And now people are wondering whether this is genuine heartbreak or calculated damage control.
Don't ever get it messed up, baby. I may have the muscles and I may know how to fight, but I'm very submissive to my man because my man's a good man. And, he takes very good care of me. So,
I mean, if you really stop and think about it, Remy Ma and Papoose are still legally married, while at the same time, Papoose has been out here acting like a full-time husband to Claressa Shields. So honestly, should anyone be shocked that this so-called new relationship is already showing cracks? The situation was messy from the very beginning. Every other day, Claressa was popping up in the blogs, either going back and forth with Remy Ma over Papoose or loudly proclaiming that Papoose was the greatest thing that had ever happened to her. One minute it was online drama, the next minute it was a love declaration. They were constantly seen together at events, looking inseparable and overly affectionate, because wherever Claressa showed up, Papoose was almost guaranteed to be right there by her side. Even when Remy Ma dropped receipts and exposed Claressa's text messages to Papoose, suggesting that he wasn't really providing for her the way Claressa wanted people to believe, Claressa still refused to back down. She stood firmly on her stance, claiming that Remy Ma was simply jealous. According to Claressa, Remy was mad because she never got to experience the type of love and attention that Papoose was allegedly given to her. And at this point, it feels like Claressa is becoming more known for the ongoing drama with Remy Ma than for anything else, all because of how deeply she's attached to Papoose and how publicly she's chosen to defend and fight for him.
That's why I said I love him. I love having his support, you know what I'm saying? His support is like very, very different from what I've had in the past, and how he speaks to me and stuff is very different. There you go. We deserve each other.
When Papoose and Claressa Shields showed up for the Breakfast Club interview, the original plan was for Papoose to appear solo, since he was there strictly to promote his latest project, and Claressa was just tagging along as support. But the entire vibe shifted the moment DJ Envy brought up the situation involving Remy Ma and Papoose. Instantly, Claressa's expression changed. The smile disappeared, the energy flipped, and she went straight into defense mode. She didn't hesitate at all, pulled up a chair, leaned in, and made it clear she had plenty to say, jumping right into the conversation to add her own 2 cents.
2 years next year in September. We at the end of the year. Some of this stuff is just so old. You know, it's so old to talk about, to bring up, to keep harping on it. It's like they're separated. She got somebody too. Mm-hmm. Like, don't act like you're just over here. Mm-hmm. Like, she's happy, we're happy, and that's it. Like, I don't know what
Is it cordial though? Is it cordial or are you just...
It was corny. It's always corny to do social media shit. You know what I'm saying? Who wants that? Who wants to be a part of the circus? So I just felt like it was corny.
When the hosts were still trying to ask Papoose questions relating to him, Claressa...
While our hosts were still trying to keep the focus on Papoose and ask him about his career and his moves, Claressa kept jumping in like she'd been part of his marriage from day one, almost as if she needed everyone to know that he was doing better with her than with anyone else before. And if you paid close attention, Papoose had body language told a story all on its own. You could see the shift. He didn't look fully comfortable with how aggressively she was inserting herself into the conversation, and it was clear he wasn't entirely rocking with the way she was moving. But that awkward moment was really just the calm before the storm, because the drama didn't truly explode until Remy Ma was spotted out in the streets doing some Christmas shopping. And let me tell y'all, she looked good. The comments went crazy. People were non-stop talking about her body, her glow, her face card, everything. Folks were saying she's literally aging backwards, like time is working in her favor. And right on cue, almost like clockwork, Claressa popped out too. And to be fair, her body was looking just as good. The timing, the comparisons, the energy, it all added fuel to a situation that was already simmering, setting the stage for even more tension between all parties involved.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been finding this for a long time now. Real shit. Like, naturally just fire. Just naturally just tea. It's like not even having a try. Put on a t-shirt, put on some jeans, put on some shoes, and I just been like, eating them down.
Y'all, people were really sitting back waiting to see how Remy Ma was gonna respond, especially since she had been showing a surprising amount of patience with Claressa ever since Claressa and Papoose started putting their relationship on full display. Everyone expected a clapback, a post, something, but Remy Ma didn't give any of that. She stayed quiet, brushed the shade right off her shoulder, and kept it pushing like nothing even happened. And that silence hit Claressa way harder than any response ever could. Because right after that, Claressa went into overdrive online, trying to make it seem like she had the upper hand over Remy. She posted a video of herself outside, flexing designer bags like they were props, flashing receipts, and making it very clear, in her words, that she don't need a man to buy her anything because she can handle it all on her own. But here's where things started to really click for people. While Claressa was out here doing the most and getting messy online, Remy Ma was completely unbothered. No posts, no explanations, no energy wasted. And that contrast spoke volumes. Then the holiday situation made everything even louder. Papoose had to leave his girlfriend behind to spend the holidays with his wife. And almost immediately after that, Claressa jumped on live, showing off a Christmas tree and trying to convince everyone, and maybe herself, that she was doing just fine. But there was a very obvious elephant in the room that she was trying hard to ignore.
Is a very good example of how you can literally hand a man over. Take that hoe. Here, take him. You can literally let a woman have a man, and she will spend the rest of her relationship being obsessed with you because she has become obsessed with the idea of being chosen over you. So now it has turned into a strange obsession for you because she can't figure out why you're so at ease by walking away from a man that she is so madly in love with. And the only thing that'll give her an ego boost, a high from the fact that he chose her, is if she can get under your skin.
People quickly noticed that Papoose and Claressa did not spend Christmas together. Instead, he chose to spend that time with his daughter and his wife. And let's be real, the idea of Remy Ma and Papoose being in the same space again had to be driving Claressa absolutely crazy. What made it worse is that Papoose didn't even publicly acknowledge Claressa at all. No shout-out, no post, nothing, which left her looking like she was scrambling for attention. And y'all already know, it says a lot when the man you're dealing with doesn't spend major holidays with you or even acknowledge you publicly on those days. Claressa knew exactly how that looked, too, which is why she immediately went into damage control mode, trying to spin the narrative without Remy Ma ever having to directly say a word. Of course, the internet didn't let it slide. People started dragging Claressa for the fact that Papoose didn't spend Christmas with her, and she quickly clapped back, saying that he didn't spend Christmas with Remy either, claiming that he was instead with his mom and family. But the moment she referred to Remy Ma as an ex-wife, the internet wasted zero time correcting her, because there is no ex-wife here. Remy Ma and Papoose are still legally married, and that fact alone made Claressa's whole argument fall apart in real time.
I knew my man. So y'all
For her, and he was thinking about her the whole time.
knew my man had to come through for the baddest, for his queen. He came, Louis Vuitton travel duffel right bag with the travel with the. You didn't have to give me. This is nice. Bricks. Whoa. Okay. Wow. The gym bag?
Well, it's a duffel. So when you travel,
Fuck that. I'm taking this motherfucker to the gym.
you
I'm
can.
putting gym clothes in here. I'm about to go to the gym Lou bag. Like, yo, she rich for real. Yeah, I come to the gym Lou bag. Tap out to him for Christmas.
Yeah, you said, man, Claressa Shields, Papoose, you see the love? He just dropped a bag on her.
Wow.
Literally, a bag, money, and some Louis Vuitton bags. You see how happy she... This is a beautiful black love that you see here, man.
Oh, I can't wait.
Love to see this. Her next fight is going to be amazing. All this joy that she got. Man, hey, shout out to Claressa Shields, shout out to Papoose. We love to see this, man. This is a beautiful type of love. You can really see the love. You see the joy in her face with this. Like, look at this. This is a beautiful thing, man. Shout out to them, man.
And the conversation still hasn't died down because people have not let up on shading Claressa. Once folks went back and really analyzed Remy Ma's shopping video, they started catching details they missed the first time around. One thing in particular stood out, a voice in the background that sounded exactly like Papoose, and that immediately set the internet on fire. If Papoose was actually out shopping with Remy that day, suddenly a lot of Claressa's online behavior started to make way more sense. That would explain why she appeared to be spiraling on the internet, posting non-stop and trying to control the narrative. And let's be honest, if Papoose was the one paying Remy's bill, that would sting on a whole different level, especially if that money was essentially coming from Claressa's dime, with him spending freely on another woman while being tied to her. Still, Claressa didn't stop trying to clean things up. She attempted to flip the story by claiming that Papoose had gone all out for her, splurging on luxury items as Christmas gifts and making it clear that she was on his mind the entire time. According to her version, everything was fine, everything was intentional, and she had nothing to worry about, even though the timeline and the optics were telling a very different story.
Find out just how unhinged she really the fuck is. Y'all think that I'm unhinged.
But it didn't take the internet long at all to start putting two and two together. People quickly noticed that the gifts Claressa was proudly showing off, the ones she claimed were from her boyfriend, were the exact same items she had already said she bought for herself just days earlier. And once that realization hit, the tone online completely shifted. Folks started saying it was sad that she felt the need to go to such extremes just to prove she was the prize, especially when Papoose's actions were making it clear to many that he was only around for the money and had no real intention of ever fully leaving his wife. The optics weren't looking good, and people weren't holding back with their opinions. And ever since all of that unfolded, Claressa has been singing a very different song. Word on the street now is that she's telling people Papoose completely played her. She's allegedly saying that if she had known he was still that emotionally tied to Remy Ma, she would have never gotten involved with him in the first place. And woo, according to sources, this whole situation might be wrapping up a lot sooner than anyone expected. Because if the energy keeps shifting like this, it looks like this relationship could be headed for an early